Dude, I was a little skeptical at first, but after a ton of requests for dirty jokes in My Babysitter's a Vampire, I finally got around to watching the movie and a few episodes of the TV show. I am officially a fan. The My Babysitter's a Vampire movie and series is exactly what you get when you cross Buffy and DeGrass, and I am here for it. But just because this teen supernatural TV drama started off as a Disney Channel original movie doesn't mean that it isn't full of dirty jokes. I'm Whitney Van Laningham, and these are the dirtiest dirty jokes in the movie and TV show My Babysitter's a Vampire. Okay, everybody knows that vampires are overtly sexual. I used to jerk off to Queen of the Damned all the time when I was in junior high. Never got into Twilight though, only little bitches like that shit. But to me, this line seems pretty sexual for a kid's movie.
Jesse, you said it was up to me.
It is, but hey, some decisions need a little push.
Don't pressure your girlfriend into fucking you, and definitely don't peer pressure your girlfriend into joining your cult of the blood-sucking undead. She's in high school. Like, maybe she'll stay with you till prom, but what makes you think she'd even follow you to college, let alone marry you, let alone stay with you for the rest of her life? Don't try to lock down an eternal soul merging with your high school sweetheart, dude. You met her a week ago. After arriving at the undead house party, Erica doesn't waste any time getting slutty. No judgment, sluts are great. She's amazing, but I'm just a little surprised that Disney gave us this scene.
Come on, it only gets better from here.
Glasses askew? Check. Blouse rumpled? Check. Sex hair? Check. Giant fang-tooth ticky? Triple check. Have you read any Anne Rice novels? They always f*** you when they turn you into a vampire, which is why the whole Kirsten Dunst thing in Interview with a Vampire was so creepy. Anyways, that guy definitely drove a stake into her, but instead of the wooden cross thing, it was his penis. And instead of her heart, it was her downstairs. When Ethan's mom comes home too late from her date with Ethan's dad, she tries to explain to her son why she's tipping the babysitter extra. But then she says something that no mother should ever say to their 15-year-old son.
Poor dad. It's already gone up. It's just like our honeymoon.
Girl, did your husband go to bed early every night of your honeymoon? Because I'm pretty sure he better have been giving it to you daily and nightly and ever so rightly. How do you talk to your mom about the fact that you might be a seer and your crush is a blood-sucking superhero with Marilyn Manson contact lenses? You describe it in a way that makes it sound like you're on crack cocaine.
You ever, like, see things? Like, things that aren't there?
Are we, talking about drugs?
I love that the mom immediately jumps to drugs instead of like schizophrenia or actual demonic possession, but what I love even more is that she starts off the next story by saying,
But there was, this one time.
please say that you did mushrooms at a Roger Waters concert. No? You just had a dumb dream? That's not nearly as fun. Anyways, I didn't know Disney was allowed to talk about drugs. I assumed that they were leaving that conversation up to stepdads and dare officers. Before we move on to the jokes from the TV show, I just want to say, this movie was great, y'all. It had some of my favorite Canadian actors, like the girl who played Manny on Degrassi and the guy who played Peter who filmed her flashing her titties in a cautionary episode about how easy it is to get your nudes leaked. It also has the guys from Radio Free Roscoe. Well, technically the dude from Radio Free Roscoe also played Paige's boyfriend who gets AIDS on Degrassi, but my producer really loved Radio Free Roscoe, so I'm telling you about it. In this episode, Ethan and Benny go undercover as cheerleaders to stop an evil witch from stealing their classmates' souls. When they check out Benny's grandma's old yearbook, they find out that Stephanie, posing as a teenage cheerleader, is actually immortal, and that's why she needs to collect the souls. But Ethan takes their yearbook browsing a little too far when he says this.
I'm so loving your hot grandma with her magic pom-poms right now.
Dude, don't talk about my grandma's pom-poms like that.
That's somebody's grandma, dude. Have some respect for your elders. Later on in the same episode, Benny's grandma tells them why she doesn't like cheerleading, and it gets a little TMI.
All that jumping around is fun, but what you're left with is saggy pom-poms.
I don't want to hear about Benny's grandma's saggy tits. This is why it pays to have itty bitties, because there's not really much gravity can do to them. Okay, this joke was so dirty it didn't even appear in the Disney Channel show, only on the re-release on Teletoon. It was originally in the episode 3 Cheers for Evil, but I bet you'll be able to see why they took it out.
It's gonna be better than that movie with the alien with 3 boobies.
I don't know what kind of whack-ass movies you're watching, Benny, but 3 boobs is a weird fetish. After Benny accidentally turns Ethan into a werewolf, Sarah is forced to hand over the cure to save her friend's life. But when Ethan transforms back into a human, we have a little Hulk situation on our hands. Really? Ew! Ew! So not looking? Hey man, that's your friend's penis. You can't just scream ew at him, you're gonna give him a complex. And you know what happens when men feel like their dicks are small. These are the dirtiest dirty jokes that I could find in My Babysitter's Vampire, but I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe to NerdWire, and I'll be back next week to ruin your childhood.